Hi guys, Denise with Lazy K Homestead. Well, I'm going to harvest our onions, and we had to put a fence around here because of our chickens, our free rangers. Not that they would eat the onions, but they'd go in there and they'd scratch them up when they were just onion sets and big onions and destroy them. So we had to do that. So I'm going to go in there and take the fence down. We've got a lot of weeds. We've had rain for, let's see, the last 3 days. So boy, it's funny how weeds, it could be no weed and then all of a sudden it's just like massive weeds everywhere. But we try to do everything organically as possible. So I'm thinking it's probably in with the straw and the hay seeds, and they just germinate. But boy, they can germinate in nobody's. Look at this. Look at this. This is ragweed. I mean, I know it's good for the bees, which I am a beekeeper, but I'm not keeping that in there. My goodness. I mean, look at that. And look at the root system on that. Wouldn't you just love your vegetables to do this? So anyway, I am going to see if I can turn this so you can see what I'm doing. Go over here. I had to get my wire cutter so I can cut these zip ties is what we use. This is what I had. And I'm just going to go ahead and take all this down. See if I can back this up so you can kind of see what I'm doing. Hope it's not too boring. But I'm just so excited that we are harvesting. We got green beans done earlier. Then we'll have onions. We're going to get a few potatoes. And just have a real blessed meal tonight. That is for sure. Got some ham in the freezer. And boy, this just looks great, doesn't it? See, I can move this so I can actually get an idea of what we got going on here. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. We're gonna as soon as I get these onions done, we're gonna come back in here and I'm gonna have this weeded, and then we're gonna plant peppers in here. Kind of do like square foot gardening, so every foot I'm gonna have a pepper plant. So I'll probably have one here, one across from each other, and about one foot apart, because we kind of ran out of room for our peppers. But this will be good. And we've got some special fertilizer that we bought from Gurney's for peppers. And when I get it out and use it, I'll let you guys know what the what it is. Oh wow, look at that onion that came out already. Let me bring this up here so you can see. We're really happy with these onions. Not too bad for just onion sets from the co-op. So I'm going to go and put that over here in my bushel basket. I'll take my mom some of these up in Virginia. She'll be so glad. That's where we learned all of our gardening from our parents. And some things that we've learned along the way. But Willis and I are both very strong believers in giving credit where credit's due. Parents, grandparents, they deserve credit in your life. So here we go. Let me put those up there. Hopefully they'll stay. All right. And what you do with your onions, you just pull them out of the ground gently. Now we've had a lot of rain. Look at that. I'm so happy with it. Let me turn this tripod here so you guys can see what we're doing here. Well, I am. He's putting our lights on our trailer. But man, we are so happy. And what you do with onions, you harvest them like this, and then you need to let them dry out. And we're going to do that by putting them out on a piece of board and let them sit in the sun. Probably on the porch because it's supposed to rain. But when you have an onion, like so, And the neck, which is this, is getting soft. That's when you know your onions are right. And put them to go ahead and harvest them. I'm sorry, the turkey and the rooster were having a moment. So you just go through here and you just harvest them. And we always count our blessings. Boy, this is probably one of the best onion years that we've had. I know a lot of people can grow bigger onions, but we are tickled with what we have this year. Really cool. Look at all them. So I'm going to continue to do this, and then I'll be back weeding. Now, if you guys wanted to save your seeds, this is your onion blossom. And that comes up, and a lot of people will call it bolting, but it's the seeds. And what you do, every one of those flower petals is going to have a seed in it. And this isn't completely open. What you want to do is just put it up on your porch or somewhere out of the way, and it'll go ahead and blossom. Have it on a plate or something that'll catch those seeds. And you can harvest your seeds that way, which I'm going to go ahead and do for next year. I think that's the only one I've got that has started to blossom like that. So that's pretty cool. And here's all the onions. It's in a bushel basket. Of course, it won't be a bushel of onions because I had to take all the tops off. But it's going to be quite a few. I didn't count them. But that's what we're going to go ahead and lay out on a dry spot. Probably under the porch roof because we don't want them to get rained on. They need to dry up for a week or so. And that way your skin will get nice and dry. You can see where it's wet right now. You want that to get dry and then they'll store better. These are yellow onions. But that's it, guys, for onion harvest. And we'll be back in this raised bed later. I'm going to finish weeding and then we're going to prepare it for the California Wonder. I was trying to think. I've got California Wonder peppers, some cayenne, and some jalapenos. And I grow jalapenos and cayennes every other year because they're very prolific in their harvest. And I can dry them in the dehydrator or freeze them. And every other year, I have just bags and bags full. So I don't grow them every year, but we do the bell peppers every year. So we'll see you then. So this is what I was talking about. You can go ahead and dry your onions out in the sun if you know it's not going to rain for a couple weeks. But you got to know that because they will rot. And they're wet, as you can see from pulling them out in the ground. So what Willis and I did was we put one of these folding tables here on the porch. Then I covered it in cardboard and some brown paper, whatever I could. And the reason you do that is the moisture that's going to come out of these when they dry, it's going to be soaked up by the cardboard and the paper instead of just sitting in the water as they dry on the porch. You can also make yourself something out in the yard where it's got like hardware cloth on it, and that way the moisture would just go through that. But we don't have that this year, and like I said, it's going to rain probably for the next 5 days in the forecast. So what Willis and I are just going to do is put these onions out, and you just kind of put them out single file. Willis just let Witchy Poo out, and I don't like her out because she doesn't know not to chase chickens. She's the house cat.
I thought it was Bagger Boy banging on the door.
No, she's learned from him. So guys, this is all you do. You just go ahead and lay your onions out, and you let them dry for a couple weeks, and you come back. You can put them in bunches, like tie them in bunches like so, and just hang them. You can do that as well. But I like to dry them first because we found if we do this, sometimes they don't dry well, and they get real mushy, and you've wasted your onion. But we're always learning. Willis and I had to learn too. I mean, you know, you aren't born with all this knowledge. I mean, some people.
I learned from my grandpa.
He did. I learned from my dad. And so, hope this video helps. And we're just going to continue to put these onions on here. Look at the size of some of these.
And I watched Grandfather on YouTube.
Oh yeah, it's just called Grandfather. It's over in Eastern Europe somewhere, and he is a total self-sufficient man.
That's a good video to watch.
I'll see if I can't find the link, and I'll put it in the bottom of this video. But anyways, hope y'all have a great day from Lazy K Homestead. Bye, Willis.
Bye.